With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series fires things off for race number 11 in the 15 race season. That's right, round number 1 in the chase for the Season 3 championship. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV Land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave, bringing you all the calls for Swift Motorsports here tonight, where drivers are set to follow up a hot night last night here at Darlington Raceway here in Darlington, South Carolina, just northwest of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. A lot of great racing used to go down in Myrtle Beach Speedway. Unfortunately, track closing down. Drivers making the trip up here a little bit more often, and we're set to have ourselves one great night here. There you can see track temperature up a little bit from last night's race. 82 degrees out there is the track temperature, and we'll get to some of that qualifying information as the 5-minute qualifying session already 2 minutes in, and Josh Weinrich gonna take the top spot. Weinrich has been on quite a tear, snatching quite a few poles across the series, different series here in Swift Motorsports. Unfortunately, not going to victory lane here in the trucks or in the Xfinity series just yet. Has had multiple poles. Can Weinrich with that 84 Toyota Tundra at the top of the speed charts by the time we walk away from qualifying tonight? Adam Pettit, driver that has been solid all season long, the 58 Ford F-150, gonna slot in second, just a little bit shy, about 2/10 actually on Weinrich. That driver is absolutely lights out here tonight. And looking down through timing and scoring, last week's race winner not here tonight. Austin Hill went to victory lane last Tuesday night in the Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Performance Truck Series, and Austin going to victory lane also in real life in the Truck Series at Watkins Glen. So want to congratulate him on that one. We did wish him well when he was heading to the track, and I don't know, maybe it's a luck charm. Austin, if you're out there listening to the TV Land side of things, maybe get back to the track with us, and we can get you back in victory lane. It seems like both nights, I believe, or both times you've went to victory lane, you've been on the broadcast that previous week. So I don't know. We'll have to look into those things as we continue to look at that timing and scoring chart. On the left-hand side, the 84 Toyota Tundra, piloted by Josh Weinrich, still has that top spot. Fast time here tonight, 29.565. Rhett Tucker, close second place there at 29.669. Turned down by that 99 of Rhett Tucker. He's been fast all season long. Here's John McMillan Jr. He's going to go top 5 with his first time lap with just about 60 seconds remaining on the stopwatch. 17 drivers have turned in their fast time here tonight. Do still have a handful out there left to put down a qualifying lap, and if they don't get out there quick, they're not going to put down a lap here tonight at Darlington Raceway. Do want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in once again here tonight, and as always, drop these drivers a thumbs up. Let them know you appreciate, love everything they provide for you out here on the track, whether it's here tonight at Darlington Raceway or all of the other tracks that we visit throughout the race season. Got some great tracks coming up here soon in the next handful of weeks. Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Texas, No Limits, gonna hold the first race in round number 2. Richmond International Raceway will follow that up, and we'll have our final cutoff right there, and then head to Homestead Miami Speedway to see who's gonna take the championship trophy. But walking away with the qualifying time, pole position belongs to that 84 of Josh Weinrich. And as drivers begin to make their way over to the pre-race technical inspection, we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. Head down trackside for the national anthem, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Backtrack side as the final few truck drivers begin to make their way through that final pre-race inspection, and want to take a moment and step back. Had a little bit of misinformation. Josh Weinrich, your pole sitter, has been to victory lane here in the Performance Truck Series one time so far this season. I believe it was about 3 races to go, to be exact. So do apologize about that. We weren't wrong, we just misspoke. Or at least that's what I'm sticking with. Championship standings coming into tonight's race look a little something like this. There you can see your top 16 all slotted in, all evened out. The reset button has been hit on a few of these drivers' season, and we'll have to see if those drivers highlighted in that turn 3 orange over there, those are drivers with race wins in their back pocket. We'll have to see if they are the few drivers that show up at Homestead Miami Speedway with a shot at Season 3's championship trophy. Sean Kozier, Lee Staples with solid seasons. How about the Moon Brew 78 machine of Greg Olenek? He's had a fine run all season long. Jeff Glockner in the iRacing Drivers World Sponsored 24 has had a good run of it as well. And all of those drivers with a chance. The 28 of Ron Shute also with a chance at the championship trophy. And it looks like the final few drivers have begun to make their way out onto the raceway and into their starting positions. And as those bells begin to ring in the background, you know the sound. It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup in Chase Race number 1 here in season number 3 for the Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Performance Truck Series, walking away with the pole position here tonight. Quick time by Josh Weinrich, your pole sitter, 29.565. He'll start inside row number 1. Just to his outside, the 99 of Rhett Tucker. Back in row number 2 here tonight, the 58 of Adam Pettit, followed by Little John McMillan Jr. Row number 3 tonight, the 05 of Eric Talent, the 32 of Darren Clement. Alan Young, Greg Olenek back in row 4. Row number 5 tonight, 87 of Nathan Rowe, and the 77 of John Peel. Peel looking to follow up last night's podium spot with another podium. We'll see what the driver can do with that top 10 starting position. Michael Madden back in 11th. Kevin Haas going to line up in 12th position here tonight. Back in row number 7, Lee Staples and Sean Kozier. David Cameron in the 10 going to round out your top 15 here in the starting order for the Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Performance Truck Series. Race number 11 right here at Darlington Raceway, just to Cameron's outside. Vadim Kosador, the 09. Row number 9, 31 of Stephen Ayers Jr., Austin Alberton, John McMillan Sr., Jonathan Holston, Rounding out the field, pace car. Down and away, we're set. Drop the hammer, the boss man gonna drop the flag, and green flag. For the first time here tonight at oh my gosh, 86 with trouble. Trouble on the start. Trouble on the start for that 86. Alan Young with some big time trouble. He stayed green flag. The race officials deeming it off of the raceway and out of anybody's, we're not going to have any issues really of having anybody come piling in there. So looks like we're going to stay green after a trouble start for that 86 of Alan Young. Darren Clement missing the start here tonight, so that 32 Ford F-150 Busch sponsored machine gonna have to start from way off the lead lap. And that is gonna spell trouble there for Clement, already down 2 laps tonight. Tough little break for him. Josh Weinrich continues to lead the field here tonight. Brett Tucker, Adam Pettit, John McMillan Jr., Eric Talent stay right where they started. They'll round out your top 5. Greg Olenek beginning to step away from John Peel. Kevin Haas with a little bit of a gap back to Michael Madden and Sean Kozier. Got to go all the way back to that 10th position before we really start to see those battles, and it looks like more drivers will. Oh my gosh. That was some close moments right there for Jonathan Holston, the 73. There you can see him just off in front of the 10 of David Cameron as we watch the BK Paints High Racing Drivers World sponsored Chevy Silverado make his way through the corner. That's Jeff Gluckner. He's trying to close in on David Cameron, but Holston at 73, he's up 6 spots, but he was having some trouble. Back down the Boeing backstretch into turn number 3. Drivers are going to stack them up once again. Weinrich not able to step away really from Rhett Tucker. Just about 0.3 of a second separate those top 2 drivers. But from there on back, it is a gapped up field, really. Got to go all the way back to the 5th position between Olenek and Peel to find your first battle on the raceway. I'll tell you what, let's see if we can't get eyes on that battle there. You can see right there, there's Olenek working his way off of the corner. Just off in the background, here comes that Natalie's Island Orchard Juice Company sponsored the 77 of John Peel. Peel looking to make it a back-to-back visits to the podium. We'll have to see if he can pull that off. Darren Clement getting by John McMillan Sr. for 18th already. And for some reason there at one point in time, it was actually showing Darren Clement being listed 2 laps down. And, well, somebody has a magic wand. They waved it and back on the lead lap. Interesting time to be alive. Not sure how that happens, but, you know, hey. Back around the track just a little bit. We'll jump around, try to bring some more of the racing action and some of those battles to you. Darren Clement, Stephen Ayers Jr. going at it for 17th position. Clement just now snatching that spot away just last lap to be exact from Stephen Ayers Jr. There's another 3 trucks stack up. Then a second 3 truck stack up as well. John McMillan Jr., Kevin Haas, and Michael Madden going at it. There you can see the 09 of Vadim Kosaroy just off in front of David Cameron. Jonathan Holston has been able to get himself up and around him. Here comes Clement with a full head of steam. He's going to look for 2 spots. Going through 3 and 4. And oh, he's going to split the middle. Man. Kosaroy just bailed right there. Got out of the way as Gluckner had no choice but to let the 32 work his way on around. And now Clement gonna look to take a spot away from David Cameron. Side by side for just about 1 lap, and now Darren Clement going to put that 32 machine up in front of David Cameron. We'll look a little bit further through the field. Check out this battle going on between these two truck drivers. Michael Madden and Kevin Haas right there all over his rear deck. Whoa, and the Menard-sponsored 88 of Kevin Haas into the outside wall. He's going to go ahead and pick up that Darlington stripe a little bit early. You know, sometimes it's best to just knock things out early. You know, go ahead and deal with them. Get yourself back focused, back underway, and we'll have to see if that's the last Darlington stripe that 88 of Haas gets, or if he's going to end up with multiple ones. It's inevitable when you come to a track here like Darlington Raceway to end up with a Darlington stripe. That's why it's coined the Track 2 Tough to Tame Darlington Raceway, putting on quite a show already. 12 laps in the bag. Now your race leader, Josh Weinrich, beginning to step away. A little further back through the field, battle for the 10th position on track. There you can see Kevin Haas, Nathan Romy, and Lee Staples. They're all stacked up with each other. Staples was having a great run yesterday. Found himself walking away from Darlington Raceway right here under the lights last night in the Ayers iRacing Paint Torque Menard Series here for Swift Motorsports. Found himself walking away with a podium position, so he's looking to see if he can't bring that 5 Chevy Silverado a little bit closer to the front of the field. Right now, Staples up 2 positions from where he started, running in 11th. Starting to see a battle begin to develop for the second position on the track. Rhett Tucker and Adam Pettit really getting close to each other. Looks like Pettit gonna try to take that spot away. Can the 58 bring his Ford F-150 up and around the Malware Bite sponsored 99 of Rhett Tucker? They'll pull even side by side through 3 and 4. You have got to be brave to run side by side here at Darlington Raceway all the way through the corner. They'll drag race it out back into one, still side by side. And now off of turn 2, there you can see Adam Pettit losing a little bit of ground. He'll try to get the draft, try to run down there to turn 3 and keep himself in touch. As I tell you what, why don't we go to one of our onboard camera shots here with that 58 of Adam Pettit looking right at Brett Tucker. Tucker trying all he can to get back away and gain a little bit of ground on your race leader, Josh Weinrich, as he is now up to a 3-second gap. Weinrich very close to walking away with this thing. Big run by Adam Pettit. Did you see that? By the time they get back to the corner, there you can see just to the left-hand side of your screen, close through 3 and 4. Can Pettit pull it off? Can't quite get all the way around. Rhett Tucker gonna fight back on the outside once again, down into turn number 1. Now the advantage goes to, oh boy, advantage goes to nobody. Advantage to absolutely nobody, and Rhett Tucker actually prevailing on this one. He's going to keep it wound up on the high side and get that thing a-cooking. Heck of a job right there. That was an amazing job. There you can see the 73 of Jonathan Holston falling back a little bit further through the field. Right front damage just in front of the right front tire. There you can see it right there. Holston, a little bit of trouble, a little bit better view at it right there. Tough break very early here tonight. So long race to go, 100 laps on the official race distance here at this 1 1/3 mile egg shape oblong oval track. Laid out a little differently than your typical raceway. Minnow Pond just outside of the grounds. That's pretty much what the property owner said. You know, hey, look, yeah, you can build the raceway, but don't touch my pond. And, well, Darlington was born. And it's been history in the making ever since, each and every time. any form of auto sports comes to Darlington Raceway, it is absolutely an amazing event. If you haven't had a chance to get to Darlington, I suggest you book that on your calendar in that bucket list at some point in time, because it is a beautiful track, a beautiful old school feel. Just great raceway. Rhett Tucker continues to keep that second spot, but Adam Pettit not giving up yet. He's trying to get that Simforce Engineering Long MacArthur Ford F-150 up into the second position. Eric Talent still 1.3 seconds back and forth, while Greg Olenek now rounds out your top 5. Olenek up 3 positions from where he started back in 8th. John Peel, Heath Staples, your biggest movers of the race so far here tonight. Both of those truck drivers up 4 positions. There you can see John Peel. Here he's battling with John McMillan Jr. in the 15 machine just behind him, trying to close in on that 78 Moo and Brew of Greg Olenek. McMillan Jr. looking to the inside of Peel down the back stretch. Not quite going to get there, so he's going to tuck back in line through 3 and 4. They'll stay nose to tail through that corner, work their way back down the front stretch. We'll jump back. Check out what Nathan Rogie in the 87 is doing. He's starting to close in on Kevin Haas. Another battle a little bit further back through the field. Let's go back, check this one out between Alan Young and Sean Kozier. There you can see Kozier with a scraped up and beaten right side. That Ford F-150 has seen some better days, but how about this man right here on screen? We got to talk about him for just a brief moment. Alan Young, driver out of Dalton, New Hampshire, with some big trouble. Excuse me, big trouble on the initial drop of the green flag here tonight. We seen him spin down to the inside and slight contact with that inside safer bearer retaining wall. He was able to get the truck backed up and headed back in the right direction, pick up a few more spots. He's still got a ways to go to get back to where he started in that 7th position. Already on his way back to the front. He's back inside the top 15, running in 14th in closing on the drivers in front of him. Big time recovery for this 86. Watch out for him for the rest of the night. He's going to be our dark horse here. Keep an eye on this 86 Young Guns creation, Alan Young, as he works his way back through the field. Back once again towards the top 5. Eric Talent looking to take the spot away from Greg Olenek, and it looks like he's gonna do so. Or actually, I apologize, that's John McMillan Jr. working his way to the inside of Olenek. The iRacing sponsored 15 truck has gotten around John Peel and has now done away with Olenek, and Peel gonna say thank you very much. He's gonna slide through, pick up the 6th position, as now McMillan Jr. rounds out your top 5. Close little battle. This is where we were going with that one. Eric Talent has closed. Oh my gosh, in contact. Driver's engine blowing up. Oh no, Eric Talent's got trouble. Talent, engine failure here tonight. Oh no. Looking back up here, we're going to jump back. Let's go back to Rhett Tucker. There you can see Tucker. Let's see if we can't see anything right here. Let's see what went down here. You can see some damage on that left rear bumper on the deck lid of that 99 of Rhett Tucker. There has definitely been contact. Was the contact between himself and Eric Talent? We're going to have to go see if we can't take a look at that, see if we don't see what's happened here. Bear with us. We're going to jump back in time. Let's run the Turn 3 replay. And catching a little bit late, so unfortunately not going to be able to bring you what went down between Eric Talent and Rhett Tucker, but indeed something happened there. Unfortunately, first for the wear is Eric Talent at 05. He's going to have to come to pit road, and his night may be done with that engine smoking. Anytime you see engine smoke out of the right-hand side, it's never a good sign. Going to try to keep our eye on the speed charts here. Looking over there, it looks like Rhett Tucker, even though he's got that damage, it looks like he's able to keep some pace in the truck. Looking down through the timing and scoring, he's about 2/10 slower than some of the drivers in the field right now as they run, but that's with some damage, so that's not that bad of a situation. As Vadim Kozoroy brings his Toyota Tundra down to pit road, he'll bring the 09 down for a pit stop. Meanwhile, back at the front, my gosh, this guy right here, the 84 of Josh Weinrich, he's got his Toyota Tundra looking sweet and clean. He'll come around to lead lap number 31 in the bag now as we begin lap 32 out of the 100 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. And look at that lead. Over 7 seconds working in to that gap and beginning to close in on some more back markers. I believe that is Sean Kosher in the 16 machine, who's not too far off in front of him. That's going to be 14th position on the raceway. These drivers better be on it, because this man, he checking out. Speaking of checking out, let's check out your top 5 as they run. There you can see your race leader, Josh Weinrich, as he continues the domination here tonight and walked away with the pole position. 29.569 was the fast time for Weinrich in qualifying. He turned in a 29.73 here under race conditions, and he stepped away, and he's going to go ahead and pull it to pit road. So I tell you what, we'll let some of these green flag pit cycles begin to unfold and develop. We'll see how it goes throughout it, and then we'll get back to our driver highlights and spotlights. But there you can see Adam Pettit. He's going to stay out on track, so that's going to give us our second leader of the night with just one lead change. Weinrich, Tucker, Staples, Haas, Rogie, Young, and Cameron all to pit road this time by. Sean Kosher in the 16 going to join him on pit road, and it looks like this time around Adam Pettit going to bring the 58 truck down. He'll make that hard left-hand turn. A little bit of a tricky pit road here at Darlington Raceway, but it looks like he's going to navigate that without any problems. Rest of the field looks to be coming down pit road this time. And I tell you what, why don't we look at John McMillan Sr. He's the last driver out there on the tracks, has not come down pit road just yet. And as we say that, looks like he was possibly looking for pit road. He missed it that time by. He'll go around another lap. Looks like John McMillan Sr. gonna walk away with a lap led here tonight. That is quite a stretch here on fuel. He's keeping it out there at least 3 laps longer than anybody else. That's a pretty good stretch on the initial green flag run, so saving fuel already. Strategy in play. Ooh, missing pit road that time by. He's going to stretch it another lap. This is impressive. Few of the drivers in the field here tonight highlighted in that turn 3 orange over there. They've been to victory lane, and a few of them got there with some, whoa, this is going to get dangerous. Ooh, off the pace, maybe out of gas. We're looking at the timing and scoring, and yes, John McMillan Sr. out of gas. Speed dropping like a rock. He's got to be careful not to miss pit road, not to slide through his box. We'll have to watch him come down pit road. He's able to get the car woed up, but now Weinrich going to take that top spot once again. Keeping our eye here for just a moment on John McMillan Sr. Can he get stopped in the box and keep himself in tonight's race. Check in on him as he has hit his pit box nice and smooth, no problems there. Race leader Weinrich now beginning to put more drivers one lap down. Vadim Kosaroy gonna fall a little bit further back on the lead lap. Looks like Kosaroy gonna fall back to 5 laps down with that pass, and we have had a retirement or two already here tonight. The 24 of Jeff Gluckner and the 05 of Eric Talon, both of those drivers with trouble. They have pushed their machines back behind pit wall, and they are listed out of tonight's race. Jeffrey Green's 34 Ford F-150 has had trouble as well, and he is now off of the lead lap as well. John Peel looks like he may have had some trouble. Peel has fallen off the lead lap back into the 16th position. Darlington throwing these drivers for a bit of a loop. Green flag pit cycle already done and over with, so we'll continue that top 5 run down. Weinrich still out front as now Adam Pettit sits in that second position. The 58 machine was able to get up and around Rhett Tucker to gain that second spot. Can the long MacArthur Ford Silverback Tax sparkle and shine? Simforce Engineering 58 make his way a little bit further up there and try to run down Weinrich. We'll have to wait and see what the Kansas driver can do. Adam Pettit runs in second. Driver back in third. Now there you can find that Malware Bites 99 of Rhett Tucker. He lost one position through that round of green flag pit stops. It looks like the spoiler looks a little bit better after a small stop. Not wasting too much time trying to fix that up under green flag conditions, but the 99, oh, that is a lot worse than we originally thought. Big time damage on the tail end of that 99. John McMillan Jr. running well here tonight. There you can see the 15 machine. He'll cross the line to begin his lap number 42 here tonight. Has Greg Olenek in the 78 Moulin Brew right behind him. We'll get to that. McMillan Jr. has been to victory lane this season. One of our 9 different drivers to get to victory lane, actually. And that's, I don't know, we may see 10, because right here, the driver out of Fort Mill, South Carolina, the Moon Brew. Full Throttle Racing, Sparkle and Shine, Mobile Design Silverback Tax Solutions, sponsored 78 Ford F-150. Olenek has been ripping off the top 10s, ripping off the top 5s, putting tons of podium spots in his back pocket, but he has yet to capture the flag, yet to see the checkered flag here in his hands. Will we see the 78 of Greg Olenek finally break through and get himself into victory lane for his first race win of the season? Top 8 all dominated right now by drivers highlighted in that turn 3 orange. Those are your previous race winners. And that is your top 5. Closing in on the halfway point, why don't we do a little something interesting? Why don't we go ahead to the turn 3 drone cam? Let's see if we've got it. There it is. There it is. Got it working. Nice new little addition here to Darlington Raceway. Do appreciate the track owners, promoters, and directors for allowing us to get out there and put a couple of the drone cams up into the air here tonight to bring you a little different perspective than maybe what we're used to here at Darlington Raceway. Back to another drone right here a little bit closer to the action. The 10 of David Cameron sitting in that 11th position. Trying to close in on Alan Young. We'll have to see if he's going to be able to get that done or not. Jumping around the track just a little bit once again over here. Back now to the 87 of Nathan Rogie, Kevin Haas, Alan Young. They're all going to go at it for a moment. And more contact with the outside wall. Alan Young grabs his Darlington stripe. And my gosh, Weinrich, he is just on another level here tonight under the lights at Darlington Raceway. I mean, he has got half of the field one lap down right now. Only 10 drivers left on the lead lap as we inch closer to that halfway point. Jonathan Holston in the 73 machine, he's going to pull to pit road for his second stop of the evening. I'm telling you, Weinrich, he is just gone here tonight. 6-second advantage over Adam Pettit, who has quite a bit of an advantage over Rhett Tucker. Over 2 seconds separates your second and third place drivers on the track. Got to go all the way back to Greg Olenek to find your first real battle on the speedway. It's a bit of a battle there. John McMillan Jr. still off in front of him. The 15 truck running well here tonight, knocking on the door of a 1 second advantage over that 78. We'll have to keep our eye on that as we've got a closer battle going on. Let's jump back here. Battle for that final spot inside the top 10. Alan Young in 9th position. Kevin Haas running back there in 10th. You can see John Peel listed 1 lap down here tonight. Peel just behind them. But don't blink an eye, because the next truck in line, well, that's your race leader. That's Josh Weinrich. You got to be careful. You got to watch out. You got to try to keep yourself on the lead lap, especially this late. You've got to give yourself a fighting chance. And John Peel, I can guarantee Peel is going to put up quite a fight. You can see him right now digging hard, trying to put at least one more truck in between himself and race leader Josh Weinrich, who is just a handful of seconds off of him there. You can see him right there in the background getting ever so closer, as now Peel does give himself a little bit of breathing room. Weinrich now going to have to make his way by the 88 of Kevin Haas to put him 1 lap down. And unfortunately, when that happens, that's going to take John Peel right out of that lucky dog position. David Cameron as we run on the raceway here on lap number 54 out of the 100 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Cameron listed as the first driver 1 lap down in that lucky dog position. Up here you see race leader with some big scuff marks. I don't know when he did it, but he was off at least 1 lap. Oh, and it looks like the 88 of Kevin Haas hard impact with the outside ball. He's going to collect yet another Darlington stripe, and that's going to leave us with just 8 drivers left on this lead lap. Alan Young, next driver in line for your race leader, Weinrich, to overtake and put 1 lap down the lane. I can't remember when we've seen another dominating performance like this. Josh Weinrich here in qualifying was over a 1/10 faster than the next driver on track. Rhett Tucker was the driver that took that outside pole position, over a 1/10 quicker in qualifying than Tucker, and the race pace is just too much to handle for these drivers here at this point in time. We'll have to see. Oh, hard impact 16. Oh my gosh, did you? Oh, we seen it off in the background. Sean Kosher with a massive hit. My goodness. We got to go back, take a look at this. Let's see what happened here. Then we'll get right back to the action up at the front of the field. Oh my gosh, and just pancaking that outside wall. Nice run through 1 and 2, but just looks like the truck begins to wash up on him, and boom, there it is. Bam. That is a rough hit right there. Back to the battle on the speedway. Alan Young trying to keep himself on the lead lap. Race leader Josh Weinrich right behind him, breathing down his neck. But John Peel in the 77 Natalie's Orchard Island Insurance Company sponsored 77 truck. That Silverado was already 1 lap down. He's trying to keep himself just 1 lap down. Now Alan Young gonna try to keep pace with your race leader and stay in that coveted lucky dog position. That spot is going to become very, very valuable if Weinrich is able to keep the pace inside of that Toyota Tundra, because he is just absolutely picking them up, laying them down. Only 3 drivers inside your top 5 still turning in sub 32 second laps. That's your top 2 drivers, and the driver sitting in 5th now, Greg Olenek, with a 31.92, just about 0.2 of a second slower than your race leader Josh Weinrich as he continues his quest in dominating fashion here tonight. Only time he did not lead was when he was on pit road, and that was just for a handful of laps. We've had 3 lead changes with 3 different drivers here tonight. And Weinrich looking to continue. Eric, do appreciate you checking in with us after coming out of the infield care center here at Darlington Raceway. I've been there myself to grab some fluids before. I won't get into that situation, but good to see you out of the truck. Good to see everything's all right. Tough break with that contact between yourself and the 99 of Tucker. When some lose some, kind of the way it goes sometimes. Tough break for you, and we hope to see you back out on the track next week at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and we do hope the luck turns around and get yourself a good run next week at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, when we will decide who's going to make it into the second round. That's right, Las Vegas going to be the cutoff race here in round number 1. We'll drop 4 of the 16 drivers, just 12 drivers going to move on into round number 2. We'll have to wait to see how all of that unfolds, but let's jump up here. We're going to have ourselves a battle. Check this out. Red Tucker being walked down by Greg Olenek. Darren Clement now coming up as well. You know what else is coming up, race fans? Green flag pit stops are just around the corner. Last time these truck drivers were all pit road back around lap 33 to 35. We are into that 32 range on this fuel run here. Whoa, almost a moment there for the 78. Olenek almost into that outside wall. He's able to keep it down as Darren Clement picks up yet another position. Clement now back to a top 5. But as we were saying, closing in on the final laps here tonight, under 45 laps remaining in this first race here in the playoffs in the championship chase for Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Performance Truck Series. Drivers that have fallen off a little bit here tonight have had some trouble they're going to have to really turn things around next week. Everybody inside your top 16 in the point standings hit the reset button. Everybody has the same amount of points coming in tonight. And if you get yourself behind early, you're going to have yourself quite a whale of a race next week. Jeff Gluckner, Eric Talon, Jeffrey Green. They're all going to have some lights out races. And unfortunately, we can't have 3 race winners. So it may come down to finishing inside the top 3 positions for some of the drivers here tonight. Stephen Ayers Jr. seems to be on a little bit of the struggle bus here tonight as top drivers begin their green flag pit stops. Rhett Tucker going to drop out of that top 5. He's going to bring the 99 back down to Bear Road here on lap number 67. Out of the 100 scheduled in tonight's official race distance, closing in on the 30 lap to go mark. And there you can see Darren Clement now up into 4th as Weinrich not going to let the undercut happen. He ain't giving up no lead. Weinrich going to come to pit road. He'll put the field back into the hands of Adam Pettit. Pettit going to go to the front for the first time here tonight. I believe that is the first time. Yes, it is, because Rhett Tucker was at one point in time a race leader. I believe I've got that correct. Either way, 4th different lead change with 4 different drivers here tonight. As now John McMillan Jr. to pit road. Looks like Darren Clement, Greg Olenek, Michael Madden. They'll all come to pit road this time by, so why don't we go back with Rhett Tucker in the 99. Ford F-150, he's already been down to pit road back 2 laps ago. He's already back up to speed coming around the front stretch. He'll cross the line. How close will he get to Weinrich? Adam Pettit still being shown as your race leader. Weinrich, Tucker, Peel not able to get themselves up and around him just yet. Weinrich now goes back to the top of the board. That's going to give us our 5th different lead change, and look for him to try to extend this one on out. Looks like drivers will be able to make it from here on out. It's going to be close for maybe a handful of drivers. But I do believe everybody going to be able to make it from here on out with this last green flag pit stop underway. And it looks like just John Peel, Lee Staples, Stephen Ayers Jr., and Sean Kozier still down there on pit road. The 31 and the 16, both of them have been down there for quite an extended stay. And just as I say that, it looks like 31's crew gonna drop the jack. They're gonna put him back out on the track, and Stephen Ayers Jr. gonna continue to fight and continue to try to claw a few extra positions here before the end of tonight's race. You know, what this round of green flag pit stops really has done has really mixed up these spots right here. You can see just off in front of Rhett Tucker, John McMillan Jr. Oh, and hard impact. Ooh, my goodness. That was a hard leg right there. John McMillan Jr. able to correct himself up, not just into the top 5, but into one of those top 3 podium positions, able to get by a handful of drivers through that round of green flag pit stops, and Pettit was able to close in quite a bit on your race leader. Now Weinrich just down to an 8.3 second advantage. Was almost a 10-second advantage before that round of green flag pit stops, so a good pickup there by Pettit. McMillan Jr. still has Tucker closing in. 3/10 back with Darren Clement rounding out your top 5. We have been clean and green all night long here at Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series Chase Race number 1. About 75% of the way done, 3/4 of the way in tonight. No caution flag. The track temperature and happy hour and then qualifying. Tell you what, why don't we check in with the weather report? It's still 82 degrees, air temperature still sitting at that 80-degree mark here, so a little bit of a warm evening here at Darlington Raceway track, but track not really changing too much. But it looks like we're having a change on the track right here. Rhett Tucker not able to get by McMillan Jr. That was a close battle. But as we do reach the 28.5 lap to go, we're going to break for a commercial break. Praise some of the sponsors here tonight from Darlington Raceway. Don't go anywhere, race fans. You won't miss any of the action because we're going to stay swift side by side. Side up close and personal as these drivers run down the final few laps here tonight in the start of the season championship chase. That's right, round number 1 underway. Irish, your pole sitter. Take 20 to go. Greg Olenek trying to make his way by one of the back markers here tonight. I do believe that is the 87 of Nathan Rogie. Rogie listed as the second driver, 1 lap down. Alan Young still sitting in that lucky dog position, first driver, 1 lap down. And as we have reached that 20 lap to go mark, if you haven't already, race fans, join us in that push to 2,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers that thumbs up, subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're just stopping by to say hey, or you are one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, maybe even sponsors, or one of our fellow drivers here stopping in to check things out. We do appreciate each and every time you join us on the track. So drop these drivers that thumbs up. Let them know you love all the racing action they provide to you week in, week out. Darren Clement gonna make a pass on Brett Tucker. Clement gonna go to the 4th position. He's gonna try to make up some ground and see if he can't find himself in a podium spot by the end of tonight's race. But how about this man right here? Talk about dominating. Talk about a race just, I mean, I haven't seen it in a very, very long time. Has only given up the lead for, I believe, looking at the time and scoring, it looks like only 6 laps. Going to a different truck driver here tonight in the Performance Truck Series. Just 6 laps not being led here tonight by Josh Weinrich. That is amazing. I mean, give the man the credit when credit is due. He has had a lights-out race tonight. Back to a battle on the speedway, though. Check this one out. Greg Olenek all over Brett Tucker. Tucker up on the outside lane. You can see the damage on that rear deck lid from contact with himself and Eric Dowling. Multiple laps ago before the halfway point, to be exact. Scraped up right side as well. Darlington stripes down the side, right side of both. All 3 of those trucks on the screen. Might as well go ahead and add in that 87 of Nathan Roby. He's got some of those Darlington stripes as well. I think it's going to be more likely to go. Who doesn't have a stripe? I mean, I don't know. Side by side for the final spot in the top 5. Greg Olenek looks to put the 78 Moo and Brew Ford F-150 into that top 5 and knock a fellow Ford out. Brett Tucker going to keep it to the high side and keep that momentum wound up. He'll stay 5th for now. Ooh, close little moment there for the 5 of Lee Staples. Staples struggling a little bit for race pace here all night long. Staples, listen back. Oh, and contact! Contact between the 78 and the 99. Right on screen. You seen it happen right there. Oh, no. That spells trouble, not just for those 2 truck drivers to keep themselves in a top 5, but that's going to spell trouble for them, for your race leader, Weinrich. Oh, there you can see just contact. That's all it boiled down to right there, just coming down towards the end of the race, and it looks like a little bit more pace inside of that 78, and he was just into the back of the 99 of Brett Tucker. Let's take a look one more time. There you can see, yeah, just contact through the center of the corner, and that was enough to get Tucker sideways. Trying to see if we can't get one more look at this. Catching just a little bit late. Tell you what, let's go back here. Let's back it up a little bit further to the previous lap. Tucker was able to keep it to the high side and keep it wound up and stay in front of that 78. Now you'll see that 78 chase him back down. And when they go back there, oh, there's the contact. There it is. A little bit of contact with the outside wall as well. That was enough to slow down that 99 of Tucker, and into the tail end, into the rear deck lid was Greg Olenek. And that was just enough to get him around, so we'll jump back live. Once again, there you can see Olenek down onto pit road, the entire field onto pit road, or Drivers on the lead lap, I should say, as there's your race leader, Josh Weinrich. He's going to break from pit road, easily walk away with that top spot coming off of pit road. But here we go. Look at that. It's the Busch Light 32 Ford F-150, piloted by Darren Clement. He has arrived. We have watched that 32 after missing the start charge his way all the way up through the field, and with this late race caution, that's going to give him a shot to not just lead a lap tonight, but a shot at a race win. What a turnaround tonight for Clement. Taking a look, you know what? Let's see if we can't get a little closer, race fans. Let's see if we can't grab a better view. Looks like left side of all the trucks in screen. Looks like they're all good to go. Let's try to check out this right side. That's going to tell the tale. Look at that clean 32 on the right side. He's yet to have his Darlington stripe. Keep that in mind. Very rarely do you see any driver come to Darlington Raceway and not walk away with some kind of blemish coming from that outside wall. You can see just a little bit of right rear damage on the deck lid for the 32, but other than that, clean truck. Man, that's no scrapes down the right side. That is very, very rare. And well, man, things just got a whole lot more interesting. Waving the finger at the field is the boss man, Al Smith, in the flag stand. That's right, pace car lights are out, and we are set to go back. Green flag racing here at Darlington Raceway. Chase race number 1 coming to a close. We'll have 7 laps to go when we drop the green flag for this restart. Will we see a clean run to the end? I don't know. You know what they say, cautions breed cautions. Will we have a rash of cautions at the end of tonight's race? Will we see this thing stay green flag to the end? We'll have to wait to see how it all pans out and how it shakes out. Josh Weinrich gonna bring the field back to the green flag. Drops the hammer, and here we go. Green flag racing. Once again, as Weinrich up through the gears, he's already got himself a 2-truck advantage heading down into turn number 1. Adam Pettit now looks to the outside. I apologize of John McMillan Jr. trying to take that spot away. No, the 15 trouble. Trouble for the 15. Big slide off of turn 2. Contact with that inside safer barrier. Tough break there for John McMillan Jr. He's going to give up a few spots, and now looks like damage. Right front damage on Darren Clement. He's been into the wall. Darren Clement into the outside wall. He's going to drop a spot to Adam Pettit. Now Michael Madden, race leader, in trouble. Madden in trouble. Oh my gosh. We got drivers all over the place into the outside wall. Once again, was John McMillan Jr. down the back stretch. Rhett Tucker almost back to a podium spot. Tucker going to keep it wound up on the outside. Race leader Weinrich seen the 5 lap to go. The sign that time by the hi, how are you, by the boss man Al Smith up there in the flag stand. And Weinrich, he's only got 5 more laps, but 5 laps at Darlington can be big. And more trouble for John McMillan Jr. He's going to pull his truck to pit lane. Not able to finish tonight's race. Oh, that is a hard pill to swallow. He's going to have to be one of those championship drivers that has a great night at Las Vegas Motor Speedway next Tuesday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. That's right, you can find Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series each and every Tuesday night right here on your home for Swift. Close little battle beginning to develop here. Darren Clement was able to regain his composure and keep that final spot on the podium. Big trouble there. Nathan Rogie almost into the outside wall. Once again, Red Tucker is under fire from Michael Madden. Greg Olenek right there. Alan Young still in the mix, running back in the 7th spot. But can Darren Clement get up there and around Adam Pettit to take over that 2nd position? Popsicle sticks on display. Race leader, 2 laps to go. Trying to stay with some of the action. We'll back up a little bit. Check this out. Michael Madden, Greg Olenek, Alan Young all lined up. Nose to tail. More contact. Whoa, Alan Young, he said, how you doing? I'm going around. White flag. Final lap at the front of the field for your race leader, your pole sitter here tonight. Can he finish it off? Just 2 more corners to go. He'll go down the Boeing back stretch and head to turn 3 for the final time tonight. Weinrich showing the field how to get it done tonight under the lights. Captures the flag, race winner. Top spot belongs to Weinrich at the end of tonight's show. Adam Pettit, Darren Clement gonna round out your podium spots. Red Tucker able to keep that 99 inside the top 5. He'll finish in 4th, while Michael Madden walks away in 5th here tonight. A crazy little end of tonight's race, and that's typically what you see in late race cautions. Not too overly surprised about that. It looks like drivers really not having a whole bunch of fuel for some celebrations and things of that nature. So we're going to step away from the track for just a brief moment. Get set for your post-race interview, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. Back trackside here, Darlington Raceway at the conclusion of chase race number 1 here in Swift Motorsports. Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. What a night. Almost flag to flag, green flag racing here tonight. What a show we had. And let's see if we can't catch up and have a few words with one of the drivers that walked away with a podium spot here tonight. Let's see if we can pick up and have a word with the driver inside of that 32 Ford F-150, Darren Clement. It's Dave. You got your ears on?
Hey, Dave, what's going on?
Same old same for me, and looks like same old same for you, back in a podium spot.
Yes, sir. I told you I was going to come up here and see you a couple times in the trucks.
Yeah, I mean, that you did. I mean, I guess you are, after all, a man of your word. Walk us through a little bit of your race, though, here tonight. If it seems like you may have missed the start there and had to work your way all the way through the field.
Yeah, we got hit with a failed inspection there pre-race, so we had to start the 32 in the back, come to the up to the front. So with that happening, I just took my time, let the pit stops roll through, just tried to hit my marks, and before that late race caution, I was going to be happy with a top 5, but that late race caution, I was able to jump 2 spots on pit road and start right there next to Josh. And, well, I overdrove turn 4 just a little bit there and, got to the good old Darlington stripe down to 32. So we bring that home with us.
Yeah, well, you mentioned pre-race inspection here. Are they going to have to look over that 32 here in post-race?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Got to make sure I didn't, beat the crap out of it first.
Well, Darren, man, it's been a pleasure catching up with you once again here in the post-race interviews. What's the plans here in the trucks for you? I know the main focus for you and that 32 crew really in the Xfinity Series and upwards from there. What's the plans for you the rest of this season, though?
Just, again, come out here. I got, Adam's a great competitor. A bunch of these guys are great competitors. Whole top 16 they got there because of who they are driving. So I'm just trying to put myself out there and try to take away some wins and, shake up the playoffs a little bit. Make them really earn it. So it looks like Josh is beating me to the podium or the top podium spot anyways, first race out.
Yeah, well, I mean, we still got a handful more to go, and I'm sure if you show up, I'm sure we'll be speaking to you again. So, again, Darren, congratulations on a solid run here tonight, all the way back up through the field to take that third and final podium spot. Before we let you go, you know the drill. Thank yous, love you, shout-outs.
Oh, yeah, definitely want to say thanks to the wife there. Let me run here on Tuesdays and Wednesday nights. Also, Justin and the boys up in the admin booth for everything that they're doing. And Dave, you over there at Turn 3 and putting on one heck of a broadcast for us.
Well, we do appreciate those kind words, and we look forward to catching with you tomorrow night on track, and maybe a few more times before this season's out.
Yes, sir. I'll try to be back up here tomorrow night and then next Tuesday.
All right, we'll catch you then. All right, there you have it. Darren Clement walking away with a solid podium finish here tonight after failing pre-race inspection at the start from pit road. He was able to make his way all the way up through the field and into a podium spot. We'll see if we can catch up with him tomorrow night in the Xfinity Series here with Swift Motorsports. Can he pull off a podium in the Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series live right here on Turn 3 Racing Network from Charlotte Motor Speedway? We'll have to see how that goes, but we'll continue on at the task at hand. Let's see if we can't catch up and have a few words with the driver that walked away with the second place finish here tonight. Let's see if we can't dial up the driver inside of that 58. Adam Pettit, it's Dave in the booth. You got me?
Hey, Dave. How's it going, bud?
It's going pretty good. Same old same for me. How about yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. Very happy with a second place finish here. I will take it.
Walk us through a little bit of that race towards the. I want to talk about specifically that last restart. There was some craziness. I don't want to say shenanigans, but there was some crazy stuff going on those last couple laps. How did it look
Yeah.
from your point?
Um, I don't know if the 15 spun his tires or missed a shift there as we were kind of crossing the stripe. I was hoping I was gonna be able to get down in front of him, but I couldn't, and I figured I'd just go ahead and kind of send it on the outside because I had to stay and get some damage fixed. So I kind of pushed my tires so they were kind of warm. And I don't think I came down into the 15 there, but I kind of saw him, lose it there at the exit of 2, and then Aaron just smashed the wall in 3 and 4, and he obviously lost a lot of speed there, but he gained it back. He just it was kind of a little bit too late to get around me there. So second place is definitely I'll take it.
Well, coming into tonight's race, I'm going to switch gears here with you real quick. Championship chase now underway. You walked away with a podium here. You're going to set yourself up looking pretty moving forward from this point on, but Vegas, Texas, Richmond. If you had to get rid of one, which one? Tough, isn't it, huh?
It is. It is. Those are all very fun tracks. Obviously, I love the mile and a halfs. So Vegas, Texas. Looking forward to those. Richmond. I like Richmond. It doesn't like me back, unfortunately. So I guess if I would have to get rid of one, it'd probably be that one. Just because I don't get the finishes that I would like to get there.
I mean, I guess that's a justifiable reason. I mean, we can go with that one. Well, Adam, my man, another solid podium finish for you. Another top 5 once again. Congratulations on a great run here tonight. Staying somewhat out of trouble, a little bit of stripes here and there, but it's Darlington. It happens.
Yep.
So, yeah, with that being said, man, you want to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home?
I thank my mom for watching my son tonight so I could come down and do this.
Thank you, Mom.
And yes, thank you, Mom. I'd like to thank my Rev Racing teammates, Greg, Michael, and Sean. Glad we all got to make it into the playoffs. We all put in quite a bit of practice, and I think it all showed. I think we all did pretty good tonight. And I'd like to thank my sponsors, Long MacArthur Ford, Silverback Tax Solution, and Sparkle and Shine. And, of course, you, Dave, over at Turn 3.
Well, we do appreciate it here in Adam, and we'll look forward to catching up with you at Vegas.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Dave.
All right, there you have it. Hi, Mom. Coming from Adam Pettit. No, seriously. Great job out of that 58 here tonight. Was able to gain one position from where he started, back in the 3rd spot. But a lot of race moves going on there. A lot of good side-by-side battles all night long for that 58 Ford F-150 piloted by Lexana's Kansas' very own Adam Pettit. So what a run he had, and he's going to look to continue this trend. Only driver here in the Performance Truck Series this season to visit victory lane multiple times. Well, we say that, and then we have got to say this and correct ourselves. Let's see if we can't grab a word with the only other driver now to go to victory lane multiple times. Let's see if we can't catch up with your race winner. Josh, it's Dave in the booth. You got me?
Hey, Dave, how you doing?
I am doing pretty good, my man. How about yourself after breaking into the victory lane for the 2nd time here?
Yeah, it was good. I feel good about it. My right side of my truck doesn't feel too good, but yeah, it was. Darlington's always tough. It's tough, ripping the lip up there, and it's a big time challenge to keep it out of the wall, and getting through lap traffic and all that. So feel pretty fortunate that we survived that last restart there, and we're able to come home with one.
Well, I'm going to talk about something that I heard you say, actually 2 things here. You walking away with that Darlington stripe and ripping the lip. It's pretty much known when you come to Darlington, if you're able to keep the car or the truck clean, then you've done something. It's a little bit of a, I don't want to say a mark of beauty, but it happens to everybody. Rip the lip, though. Are you a dirt tracker?
Oh yeah, yeah. Love dirt racing, love dirt late model racing and sprint car stuff. So yeah, it's I like places where you run the fence or you at least run the outside lane. Just something with the way you attack the corner. Well, at least in 3 and 4 here, it's kind of similar to how you run 3 and 4 at Iowa on iRacing. So it's fun to do. You can drive it a little bit more with the right rear tire than most other places. So feel like that kind of goes into my driving style, a little bit more than some other places. So yeah, it's just, I always enjoy running at Darlington, no matter what vehicle it is.
Absolutely. Well, it's good to know I got a fellow dirt enthusiast here. We here at Turn 3, we love ourselves some dirt racing. But back to tonight's race. Walked away with the pole position here tonight by almost a tenth and a half on the stopwatch, and you were able to pretty much dominate here tonight. Is it because you can, or you are so comfortable running that cushion, if you will, right up next to that outside wall that kind of gives you the advantage here at Darlington?
I don't know. I think a lot of it's tire management more than anything. The more I get back into running, the more you kind of realize how much you have to baby the right front tire on this sim. And here, Atlanta, Iowa, places like that, you really, really cannot overwork that right front tire. And Austin Hill really, he's shown me quite a bit, over the few races we've run together on here. He's really, really good at that, controlling his entry, not driving past the grip of the right front tire. So yeah, I think, we laid down a pretty good lap of qualifying, but it's more about where's your pace at on lap 10, lap 20, lap 30 of a run, not so much those first few laps. So yeah, I think just being consistent and, keeping off the fence and, keep that front end turning. That's the biggest key here.
Absolutely. Well, Josh, again, congratulations on breaking into the winners column for the second time this season. Walking away with the checkered flag here tonight at a very tough track. I mean, it's in the nickname, track too tough to tame, right here, Darlington Raceway. So congratulations on your second checkered flag. And before we let you go and enjoy this one, you want to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous?
Yeah, just thanks to all the guys here at Swift, Justin Gann and Gary Wells, all the work they put into this league, and have myself out. It's really, I've said 100 times before with talking to some of these guys, how much I enjoy just racing at a place where we can go 86, 88 laps, whatever it was, green flag racing. So that's way more fun than riding around under caution. So really fun racing with these guys, and hopefully we can grab one more next week.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to catching up with you again cross country at Las Vegas.
All right. Thanks, Dave. See you next week.
All right. Well, there's Josh Weinrich in that 84 back in victory lane. The Toyota Tundra driver going to walk away with a little bit more hardware here. Maybe go have a little bit of fun on the beach, enjoy the rest of the week down there, take a bit of a vacation after walking away with a race win, and he'll get set to try to tackle Las Vegas Motor Speedway next week here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Gonna be one crazy little week for all of these drivers. Gonna head all the way across country, then down south to Texas, back up to the East Coast for Richmond, and then all the way back down to Florida. So a cross-country run for the championship chase here in the Performance Truck Series. And man, what a job well done by Weinrich in that 84. Led almost every lap here tonight. I do believe it ended up being, looks like the official part of this is 8 laps is what he did not lead. So leading 92 out of 100 laps. That is dominating a race after walking away with the pole position as well. So, I mean, I don't know what more you say after a performance like that. I mean, there's not much else you can say to add to it. It speaks for itself. Producers hitting those music buttons in the background. You know the sounds, you know the tunes. It's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results. Walking away with the checkered flag and the pole position tonight. Driver inside of the 84, Josh Weinrich. Rhett Tucker in the 99 going to walk away in second, while Adam Pettit able to walk away with the final spot in the podium positions. The 15 of John McMillan Jr. And oh my goodness, that is not the right order. We'll reset. What do you say? There you go. Adam Pettit walking away with second. We do apologize. Darren Clement works his way through the field and up into the final spot on the podium. Brett Tucker brings the 99 truck home in fourth, while fifth place goes to the 20 of Michael Madden. All previous race runners inside your top five. Alan Young gonna recover from a lap one incident and bring that 86 home in sixth. Greg Olenek gonna walk away in seventh. Eighth place tonight goes to the 88 of Kevin Haas. The 87 of Nathan Rogie gonna finish in ninth. John Peel rounds out your top 10. Lee Staples gonna pilot the 5 home into the 11th spot, while Big Mac John McMillan Sr. gonna walk away in 12th. 13th tonight goes to Jonathan Holston. The 10 of David Cameron gonna finish tonight's race in 14th. 15th spot goes to Stephen Ayers Jr., while John McMillan Jr., Little John, gonna finish tonight 6 laps down in the 16th position. Sean Kozier gonna finish tonight's race back in 17th. 18th spot tonight belongs to Vadim Kostoy, Jeffrey Green, Eric Talent. Round out your top 20. Jeff Gluckner in the 24 machine gonna walk away from the track with the final finishing position here tonight, back in the 21st spot. And a big time shout out and thank you. You're welcome to your race controls, Austin Race Control and officials, Austin Alberton, Justin Gann, Gary Wells just down the hall. A little bit of a quiet night for them. Didn't have to do much, but you know, those are the things we like. We like it when we get to kind of just lay back and let these drivers have at it. So we do want to thank them for taking the time here, doing what they do all season long. And man, whew, what a race. Absolutely craziness towards the end of tonight's race after that late race caution, but we'll be getting to roll up the court, shut off the lights, and head northwest over there to the heart of NASCAR. We're going to head to Concord, North Carolina, to Charlotte Motor Speedway for tomorrow night's Swift Motorsports Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. You can catch these Performance Truck Series drivers right here once again next Tuesday night when we go live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you haven't already, join that push to 2,000. Drop these drivers that thumbs up, push up, subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you. So, as we wind up these cords, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.